All right, all right. I'm just waiting to make sure that everything is functioning correctly. Sweet. Got the email. We are officially live. Hello, hello. Welcome to this Pisces new moon energy. I'm excited for us to work with this new moon because it's really been giving me a run for my money. Um, on Friday, I was definitely like spiraling out mentally and career wise and like just going through it, gaining more clarity, which clarity is great and awareness is fun. However, I was definitely spiraling out. So I'm feeling this new moon energy for sure. My dreams have been really intense. And if you're feeling the same, just know that you are not alone. So I'm just going to give it a minute and see. I don't think my live is officially going yet. Okay, cool. So yeah. Welcome to Sunday night daylight savings time. I'm so excited that the sun is out for as long as it is. This is my favorite day. I love when we have sun longer in the day. So I'm excited. Um, was going to capture part of your Reiki journey. So I'm making shorts, and I actually recorded a whole bunch of them today about Reiki, what is Reiki, educating you guys, telling you about my own experiences. But what's happening, Tom? But Tyler, just to let me know what about my Reiki journey you want to know, and I will totally talk about it tonight on this live. So just throw it in the chat, and I promise I will get to it. And I think my volume is working because you guys are not telling me that it's not. So yeah, all right. Let's get started. Let's talk about this energy. Like I said, like throw questions in while I'm also doing this ritual with you. I love being able to chat along the way, and hopefully when people watch it back, they're okay with that. um, but this Pisces new moon, great, great. This Pisces new moon. So this is a chance to dream, set intentions, visualize what it is you would like to create moving forward. A lot of forward momentum energy happening here. This is also a highly creative time. So you may have new ideas coming up. You might have new inspirations coming up. You may feel like you're daydreaming. Roll with it. Like allow the creativity to really flow in and embrace it. And also, I say this, I don't know if I said this to you guys here, but like recognize that creativity can come in different forms. So it may not just feel like an artistic creative thing, like creativity is also organization and stuff like that. Um, this is also a time, a new realm of possibilities, new dream, new message, new insight, that type of stuff, like newness, new beginnings, new things coming through you. This is also time to elevate your energy, see the bigger picture, detach from something that's been too heavy. I feel like right now during this time, I'm healing some deep stuff that's coming up. And so if you're feeling something similar, like just flow with whatever it is that's showing up in your life right now, really. Like, and that's how all of this is, right? The new moon is impacting each of us in our own individualistic way, depending on what's happening in our life. However, we can focus our energy on what it is that we want to bring in, and we can work on healing whatever it is that's coming up to be healed. So just bring awareness into your life, I think, is really all that I'm trying to say. Start to become aware of like what's worth your energy, what's weighing you down, what is a distraction, what is keeping you from getting to your goal, but really bring in that excitement, creativity, possibility, like see what is new. Like instead of focusing on what you don't have, focus on what you do have. Bring your mind to focus on what it is that you want, the direction you want to go in, the goals that you want to achieve. There is supportive energy happening right now, supporting you, like helping to want you to move towards things, right? Like trust in it, put the energy into it, go with it. And as I'm saying this, I'm like chuckling because this is the message I need to hear for myself because this is exactly what I'm going through. So trust in this. There is supportive energy. You are being supported. Follow the little like breadcrumbs. And sometimes a breadcrumb Might just be a quiet thought in your mind of an idea that you had. And then it might be confirmations from people outside of you asking questions, right? Like I've been thinking of an idea that I want to create other videos for you besides this, because I want you to know more of my personality. I want you to get to see more of me in a sense. And so then I have people saying, well, hey, I want to be educated by you. Why don't you make a video like that? And it's just like, okay, I'll make a video like that. Like I'll follow the breadcrumb because what do I have to lose, right? So just sharing that with you in case if there's breadcrumbs that you've been receiving, but you haven't been trusting in. Just try it. You have nothing to lose. The only thing you have to lose is time. And there's always a 50-50 chance, right? If you take an action, either you'll stay where you exactly are or something will change. But if you don't take an action, there's no possibility of a change. What else is happening with this energy? This is a time to simplify the dream. So bring something into concrete form that works. Find like the little steps of the path to make it real. And this is a really good time for you to start to understand like your true self and to become more deeply aware of your own self, like a deeper level of self-awareness. And awareness is literally everything. Like once you become aware, you have choice and things can start to change. So allow yourself to get to know yourself better. I've been doing that the last few days, writing, journaling, meditating, feeling. We might be feeling sensitive right now. So yes, that does happen too. But just be aware, send yourself love, be patient, know that this is more of an inner journey right now, going into the inner world, and just have some grace with yourself as you are going through it. And yeah, so that's everything I'm going to cover when it comes to this energy of this new moon Pisces energy. As always, you can find astrologers to give you more insight as to what is deeply happening in the sky. My goal is to always just put it into a synopsis in normal terms for you to understand why you might be feeling how you're feeling and let yourself, like, let you know, like, you're not alone. Whatever it is you're going through, I'm there with you. Other people that are watching this video, like, we're all feeling something similar and it's real. Like, we're not making this up. Energy is real and the moons do impact us, especially our emotions and our feelings. So we're going to move into cleansing our energy and doing some journal questions. So if you need to grab like sage, Palo Santo, energy clearing spray, incense, anything that you want to use to cleanse yourself, go ahead and do it. If not, you can always imagine white light coming in. Before I read to you what I wrote to help you cleanse, I just want to go into the chat real quick. So favorite animal, I love myself a cat. I had a cat growing up, but I also had a dog. So I had a cat and a dog. They were the best of friends. They were such a hoot, but the cat was my cat. He was mine. And we had to put him to sleep when I was 18, and that has to be the most difficult loss that I've experienced yet in my life behind my grandma. But he was my best friend. That was like my buddy. So I am first and foremost a cat person. I have not gotten another animal since then. I don't know if I'm ready yet still, and it's been like many years, but yeah, cats for sure. But my cat was also like a dog, so like I don't know. Interesting dreams last night. Felt like it was in a James Bond movie. Oh, that's fun. James Bond movies are always fun. Gratitude and appreciation has been a major theme I've been feeling for this moon. Amazing. Yeah. I've had, I feel you on that. Like I had a moment of real gratitude yesterday and being able to see something in my life from a different perspective. And just recognizing like actually what is happening there and feeling really grateful for what's happening. And it was definitely a very healing and freeing moment. Hello, everybody. All right, so we're gonna hop into cleansing our energy. Yeah, once saw a cat walk his cat like a dog. That's real. Like people really do that. My cat wouldn't let me. He was not about it. He would not, no way, no how. I tried. But there are cats that do let people do that. And if you look on TikTok, there's so many like really cool like cat accounts out there and like they go hiking, they walk through water, like legit awesome. Also, there's a super lag time, more lag time than normal because depending on the quality of the video, depends on how much lag time there is, right? Like if I want this video quality to be a little bit higher, there's more lag time. So just so you know, if I seem really delayed in the sense of like what I'm saying to you versus what I'm seeing in the chat, that is why. I myself am going to grab Palo Santo tonight because I want to keep the positive energy around me. I just want to clear out the negative. So whenever I light my Palo Santo, I like to do it in one of the candles that I make. If I was to use a lighter, I would totally go through the entire lighter fluid. One thing to note, as we are cleansing our energy, I do ask that you get the palms of your hands as well as the bottoms of your feet, as those are energy centers. I also like to get in front and behind my stomach. So I release all that no longer serves me, clearing my aura of all energy that is not mine and not supporting me. I release all that is holding me back and keeping me stuck. I invite new beginnings and possibilities and ask uplifting energy to flow into my aura, surrounding me in a beautiful bubble. I am open to all that is meant for me. I ask my spirit team, my higher self, and any other loving entities to join me for this ritual. I am light. I am love. I am. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to move into clearing the energy of the room. I'm going to stay seated just so I can stay on camera, but you're welcome to get up and walk around. I clear this space of all unwanted and negative energy. May all negativity be released and only love and light remain. I ask this space to be filled with high vibe energy. I am supported and safe in this space. I am fully loved. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. One second, please. Now that we cleanse our energy, we're going to move into our journal questions. The point of our journal questions is just to help us become aware of ourselves, learn more about ourselves, work on our journey. And actually tonight I need to grab. So grab a piece of paper and pen. If you want to use an iPad, you could do that. But our first thing is going to be with drawing. So I recommend grabbing paper. I'm excited. I'm excited for tonight's questions. I'm really excited to like dive into this more. So our first question is going to be, and one other thing I need to do. Sorry, y'all. Okay. First question is going to be, draw how you have been feeling. So you don't need to be a master drawer. You don't need to be a master artist. I'm just encouraging you to draw whatever it is that you have been feeling lately and trust whatever it is that comes up. So with this, we're going to take about 3 minutes for it, just because I want you to have a little bit of time to sit with this and think about it. Yeah, so I'm going to throw this question in the chat so you can see it. And let me play some music and we'll get to drawing. I wanted us to draw to tap into that creative energy that's here. So hopefully that was fun for you. We're going to move into our next question. And I'm excited about this one too, because I've been focusing on it for like the last 3 days so much. What are your current goals and dreams? This is the time for us to get concrete, okay? Like actually get fully like connected and clear and get as clear as you can. Like I understand not being able to get fully clear. I've been in that position before where it's like, I know what I don't like, I know what I don't want, and I can't fully see the picture of what I want, but pick something that feels aligned with you right now that you would want to work towards and have that be the current goal or dream, right? So we're going to take let's take 2 minutes and 54 seconds because that's the length of the song. And let's focus on what are your current goals and dreams. And like I'm saying, like no pressure. Don't feel as if you have to have the final answer now. Just allow yourself to get clearer and like think about it and find something, you know? If anybody wants to share their goals or dreams in the chat, please let me know and we can all put our energy together and, focus on those goals and dreams coming together into fruition for you. I will share with you my current goals and dreams because I have gotten so clear and I know what I want and I believe it is possible. It's just a matter of timing. And so my goal is to really grow my audience here on YouTube and create a genuine community and have my YouTube channel be able to bring in actual support so I can pay rent and live and pay my bills, and have YouTube be kind of on the forefront of that for me. And then I also want to have more one-on-one Reiki sessions throughout the month and the week. I would love to have like, however, I have a certain number in my mind of how many sessions I would like a month. So I'd love to achieve that. And then also sell 100 candles or more a month as well. Like, these are the 3 ways that I would love to be able to replace my old job, my old 9 to 5. And I believe it's possible. I'm working on it. I'm figuring it out. But those are definitely my goals. What were some ways to vent your anger and frustration in the workplace? Great question. Okay, so it depends on what my anger and frustration were about. So many times, if I was really feeling something like extreme, I would go outside. I would go outside, I would take a walk, I would go sit in the sun, I would let myself cool down and figure it out. If I was receiving an email, so I worked in an industry where the clients could be very rude and very demanding and very pushy and very like their whole tactic was to purposely come in on like a low vibe and like a pushy and like a, if you don't do this for me, well, I'm not going to give you our money type of energy. And so I had to start zooming out and thinking from the client's perspective and like the email I was receiving, and recognizing that it wasn't attacking my personal person, just the person cared about the business. So separating my individual self out from the business and looking at it from, this is for the business of the business. This makes sense. I understand. And then that would help me mitigate my anger. Now, I was in a manager position where I had to speak on behalf of 8 or 9 people below me, and they were the most entry level people in the company. And most of the time they got walked over a lot of times. So when I was frustrated, I was lucky enough to have a boss and friends that I could go and vent to and like just express like what's going on, and have somebody kind of check me of like, am I in the wrong or am I not? So I would say like, if there's one person that you could actually confide in, definitely like you can go have a banting session at like with them at their desk on Teams chat, like whatever it is, like allow yourself to just express the frustration. But if you can figure out, my best advice, and this is me coming from like a senior manager, I had 8, 9 employees underneath me that reported to me. I had bosses. If you could figure out a solution to your frustration, and something that's actually well thought out, that actually can work, that seems practical and have all the reasonings why this solution is the solution. If you can go to your upper management with the solution and express the frustration, but take away, express the frustration from a very calm, quiet, not quiet, but like not an elevated voice. If you can go in and say, hey, this is what's happening. This is what I'm seeing. This is what the team is reporting back to me. This is how they're feeling. This is what I propose. I do feel like this could be a solution. Are you on board for this? Can we try this out? Having the solution to the frustration will get you way further and will help you when it comes to navigating that world. If you just go to somebody because you're upset and you're angry and you have nothing for a solution to solve it, you're in a way like you're kind of wasting their time, as awful as that sounds. Like, when you have higher ups, they have limited time. Set boundaries, saying less than necessary, or using humor. Also, staying curious works for me. Like, interesting, how is this person like this? That too, those are all really, really great options too. Definitely be mindful of like what you put in emails. Don't put anything in emails that you would be worried about coming back at you. Screaming in your car works wonders too. Yeah, like that too. Like, I literally would go sit outside and in the sun. Um, I feel like a lot of times our anger in the workplace is because we care a lot about our work sometimes. At least that was for me. Like, I don't know what it is for you, but for me, it's like I cared a lot. Like, I cared too much. I cared about my team. I cared about the work that was being done. I cared about the deadlines that we had. I cared about how our work impacted other people. Like, I genuinely really, really cared. And the more I could just recognize like some of this is out of my control. Just let it go. Trust that people are going to do their jobs, trust that it's all going to unfold, totally helped me, step back and not get as angry because as long as I did everything that I needed to do for me and my job, then what do I have to be angry about? Do you know what I mean? And I can't control other people. So hopefully I have Capricorn energy right there. Yeah, for sure. I have 5 planets in Capricorn, big Capricorn energy here. So I care a lot. I am intuitive. I am definitely intuitive. I pick up on things in the workplace too. I'm able to see things. I'm able to see what's going to unfold. I'm able to see the best in people and bring that out of people, especially like when I was managing a team. So yeah, definitely intuitive. I think we all are intuitive. Honestly, it's just a matter of paying attention to it or not. So Tyler, hopefully some of that helped you. I don't know if it did, but if you have other questions about it, please let me know. I could talk about this all the time because I genuinely liked training and doing talent development. Like it was a role that I was really good at. And so I was really heartbroken when I got laid off. But we're here. We're here now. How do you sharpen your intuition? Great question. Love this one. Okay. So the two most basic ones that I happen to recommend, and Tom, you probably already do this because I feel like you're pretty much in this world and you're very versed in a lot of things. But when I was first starting out, my intuition, I would test it with like little decisions. What do I want to eat? What do I want to wear today? I'm at this restaurant. Let me look at this menu. Let me intuitively be guided to what I feel most called to. I would do those types of things because those are low risk. So if by chance I didn't like the decision, it wouldn't really make a difference because it wouldn't be that big of a deal because it was low risk. Do you know what I mean? So I would pick something and then I would rate how I felt about it. Like if I wanted this, if let's say I was between two different items on a menu, I'd be like, all right, what do I feel most called to? And I would like try to have my intuition call me to something. Then I would pick my choice. And then when I would start eating it, I would rate like, oh, was this what I really wanted? And then if it wasn't, I would recognize that it wasn't. So like small things like that, like what do you want to wear? What do you want to eat? Or is where I would first start out with intuition. Um, After that, there's different exercises that you can do. So there's a Medium book. I'll have to get you the name of it. I want to say it's called The Two Worlds or something like that. I'm blanking out on it. It's like a very thin book, but that one has this really cool technique where you take pieces of paper and you draw colors on the piece of paper. And then you put the paper in a bag and then you go in, you reach out and you grab it and you ask yourself, what is the color of the paper in your hand before you actually look at it? So this is a way for you to also start to train your intuition. There's a lot of other techniques. I'll get the book for you because they have way more and I'm clearly blanking on a lot of them, but like that's the other thing too. Like there's on TikTok, there's people that will do like intuition tests if you search it and they'll pick a rock and they'll have it in their hand and they'll like ask like which do you think I have in my hand or like what color do you think this is. So those are just some fun ways to strengthen it. And then of course, like meditating is going to help strengthen your intuition. Meditating is going to help you with your awareness and getting your attention. Like meditation is going to help with your attention and getting your attention in the present moment. And that will also help with the intuition. Does it seem So Tom, now like you now know what your gut was telling you and you know the feeling of what your gut was telling you. So that is your intuition. So it's like you have to start trusting that feeling. And then when you don't trust it, you'll learn. Like I've learned the hard way too. So hopefully you didn't lose a lot. Does it seem like the state of society is becoming more negative to me? I think it really depends on what you look at and where you're putting your attention to. I think that society has moments of negativity all the time. And if you were to ask one of my favorite things, Wayne Dyer, I think said it, Abraham Hicks has said it, they would say the world is perfect as it is. Any point in time with everything that's going on, they would say the world is perfect as it is. The reason why they would say that is because you need darkness for light. You need things to happen for us to create new stuff. So if we don't have contrast, if we don't have this other energy, how are we going to have the opposite, right? So there's this viewpoint out there that the world is perfect as it is right now. And that's an interesting viewpoint, in my opinion, because then it helps take away some of like this pressure, for me at least. But I think the more that we focus on negativity, the more we're going to see negativity. The more we focus on positivity, the more we'll see positivity. Um, you're transitioning to become a Reiki healer in the future. What's my thoughts on meat consumption? Do whatever feels great for your body. If you need to have meat, have it. I think eating high quality meat is best, of course, like the cleanest you can get, the best, the better. So high quality meat, but I don't think, like, in my opinion, you can be a Reiki healer, whether you're eating meat or you're a full vegan. Like, that doesn't change your ability to channel in through the energy. What matters most is that your body is feeling the most vibrant and healthiest that it can be. And for some people, that means having meat. For some people, it means not. So it's really about learning what food style is the most authentic and healthiest for your body. And we're all different. I love Abraham Hicks. The one method of extreme appreciation and gratitude works scary good. I don't know why I stopped doing it. I'm gonna start. Yes, 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 yes. Start doing that one, the one about gratitude and appreciation. I'm gonna get back to these journal questions in case anybody else is lingering and is like, why is she going on and on and on? So let's move on to question number 3, and then I'll answer more questions as we move forward. Okay, so our third question for this new moon ritual is going to be to come up with a realistic plan that you can take to accomplish your goals and dreams. So we're not in the air, we're not fluffy, woo-woo, whatever. Concrete. What can you do? What can you actually do? What are the small steps? What can you take to get towards your goal? I'm really dreading answering this question. But let's take 3 minutes with this one as well. I'm going to throw the question in the chat. Yes, 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 Tom. It totally is crazy how most of us already know what needs to be done, but for some reason we don't do it. Maybe the more important thing that needs to be addressed is why don't we feel like we deserve or are worthy of it? Yeah, 100%. That's definitely a question to explore tonight and to think of it. Um, I'm in this space of questioning if doing more, like showing up and doing more, providing more, almost burning myself out is actually going to get me where I want to be. And I'm in this place now where I believe more that being and changing my inner world and changing my mindset is going to show me more of an external change than doing more work, right? Like I've done a lot before and it didn't get me anywhere. So I just say that to throw another curveball in here as I was writing down my plan. And I'm still working on a concrete plan. All right, guys. I'm not fully sure. I'm not fully sure if what I have will work, but I know my goals. I know where I want to be. And one of my biggest aspects is focusing on my inner world. And instead of focusing on what I don't have, focusing on the gratitude, focusing on what I know is possible, fully believing in it, visualizing, seeing it, meditating, like embodying as if my goals are actually here now. So, yeah, I don't know if that's helpful, but food for thought, right? Sometimes it's not always about doing, sometimes it's about us allowing. And I think the other question too, sorry, rant, something else just popped into my head. It's like one of the reasons why I like Reiki so much and the videos I create on purpose, like the one I did that's like tailored for your specific healing. If you wanted to go into watching that video of like, please help remove any blocks that are keeping me from taking the action that I need to take, that video will help with that, right? I set that one up on purpose with the intention that it will help you with whatever you're asking for healing for. And that's why I like Reiki, because there are times where I can't verbalize or like, I'm really good at talking in circles. And like, I went to therapy for so many years. So I'm really good at like saying stuff, not fully believing it, in the sense of like, if I go to a therapist and they're like, what's the problem? I'm like, well, I think this is going on with me. But it's like, I'm just saying something because I needed something for the session, right? That's what I meant. And oh, where was I going with that? I lost my train of thought. Fully gone, fully out of there. Um, this is where I was going with it. So I like Reiki healing and having Reiki sessions and doing Reiki on myself because it will bring healing to aspects of me emotionally, physically, or spiritually that I may not know need healing and that mentally I'm not aware of. And it will just go there. And I don't have to rationalize it. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to come up with a why. I don't have to do anything. My mind is not involved. My mind is not part of that journey. And if I can do something with healing without my mind, that for me is the best thing because my mind will play tricks on me and it'll give me both sides of a story, etc. So I love Reiki healing for its ability to do that, for it to go exactly where it needs to go, to help remove the blocks, to help remove the karmic stuff, to help realign our energy without us having to actually mentally think about it at all. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about Reiki and energy healing, because I've done a lot of different types of different healing modalities, and this is the one that has brought me the most like reprieve, I think is the word that I want. Relief could work too. Either one. Um, Maybe we got to stop wanting the thing we really want and practice the law of assumption. Yeah. The more we want something reinforces the reality of lack, not having a thing. Yes. And the more you want something, the more you hold on to it. And then the further it gets away from you. So that's why this whole, like, you want something, but you let it go. The letting go is like the secret. The more you hold on to the desire, you're literally going to force it away from you. So release it and believe that it's here and act as if it's here, and then you'll get closer to it. And I literally just had a really fun week of playing with this. So I've been very fixated on my YouTube channel this last week, and literally every day it was like unsubscribe, unsubscribe, unsubscribe. So losing followers all week, which is not the direction I want to be in. So it made me grip tighter on my desire and get more clarity. And then like the last 2 days, I've just more so been like meditating, chilling, having fun, like watching Netflix, watching a few different shows, and just like living life. And I find the more I live life, the more I release the pressure and I let go of the desire. And then things just start to flow again naturally. And they've started to flow again. So, with that, I would just say the more you can release and live life, like get off the social media, have fun, be around people, do things for yourself, like just live your life, the more things are going to just start to happen and flow energetically. Like it's genuinely really cool. I hope these rants are helpful. And anyway, everything I say is from my perspective. Um, Everything is just from what I've learned in my own journey. So like take what I say with a grain of salt. Like do your own inner research and figure out what is true for you and what you believe. I'm just sharing from my own experience. Um so the short of me feeling awkward, I did it on purpose because I'm making shorts to educate you guys on Reiki, who founded it, experiences that I had when I was attuned, the attunements, different things that I've experienced while giving Reiki sessions, like just a lot of different shorts talking about it. And I feel really awkward sitting on camera and talking to it. And so those clips are literally me laughing and like feeling awkward in the moment as I'm recording it. So you'll see, I'm going to post one tomorrow and I'll be in that same sweater and it's me talking about what Reiki is. But I wanted to, like, I'm awkward too. Like I can hop on live and like I was nervous to get on this live. Like you guys don't know this, but like right before this live, like I was kind of feeling a little bit queasy. I was definitely a little bit nervous. My heart was kind of starting to race and it's like, ah, oh, I'm here. Okay. I can do this. I can do this. Let's go. But like I am shy. um, this is nerve-wracking. Why recording myself talking on a video without anybody else being here talking to me, like my voice goes up higher. I feel really awkward. I feel like I talk in circles. I want it to be a video that's going to be interesting, but I feel sometimes I'm boring. Like I have all these different thoughts go in my head. So like, yeah, I can show up here on live. I can create the other videos that I create for you guys, but like I'm still showing up even though I'm uncomfortable. And yeah, like it's what I do. It is what it is. I'm here. I'm here pushing through. And in many ways, like I am comfortable. I get comfortable after a while, but I'm still like shy and nervous. Yeah, I'm excited to provide massive value. Yes, but it's so the question of like, is this valuable for you? Like I'm asking that here in the live all the time. You know what I mean? Like I'm going on these rants and I'm like, but is this helpful for you? So there's always that sense of self-doubt. And I don't mind it because the sense of self-doubt is there that helps push you to make you better. Because then you keep questioning things and you don't get complacent and you don't get comfortable and you're like, well, that was good enough. Or like, oh, I'm always great at this. It's like, no, like, can I improve more? You know? So, yes. For any of you guys, I was thinking about sharing this in a short, but I'll share it with you here. Any of you who've ever done, I want to say it's the Myers-Briggs. It's one of the tests, or I'm an INFJ. So if you know what that is, you know what it is. Um, yeah, we definitely can't help everybody. That's a fact. And some people aren't going to like me. It is what it is. Like, it's okay. I don't like everybody either. It is what it is. It's part of being human, right? Not that I don't like everybody. I respect everyone. Um, ENTP. Yeah, a little different. All right, let's move on to our next question. So our fourth question is going to be, if there's anything INFP. Oh, cool, fun. INFJ is, I think, maybe the rarest type. I think INFJ is the rarest type. I'm an INFJ. Um, no, Tom, you and I have the similarity of the N. So I'm not complete opposite. Um, Amazing. INFP in the house. I see you. Okay. So our fourth question is going to be, is there anything in your life you can now see in a different way or a different light? So I'm asking this question basically because of my own experience. So I don't know if you were experiencing something similar, but I've definitely had things come up the last few days that has had me question what I'm looking at and what do I actually see and what is the actual reality that's happening here that's different than what I've always perceived it to be, allowing a new view and a new light to come in. And so I would love for you to ponder this question as well, especially if there is anything that's been coming up. If there hasn't been anything coming up, maybe look at it from the sense of your goal or your dream. Like, is there a way for you to view this differently or see something differently or see a different plan of action that you can take? Like, just zoom out and allow yourself the space to come at something from a different angle. So with this one, we're going to take 3 minutes again for this question. I'm gonna start playing some music and we can start writing. I totally could have taken another minute with that question. So I'm sorry if you needed more time too. If you're catching this on the replay, totally hit pause and keep on writing. If you want to continue this question after this, please by all means go for it. Um, I'm definitely going to. So just some thoughts. We're going to move into our last question. And if you want to keep working on this question instead, feel free. But our last question, because as you always know, we got to end with talking to the moon. We're going to write to the new moon. You can share whatever it is that's on your heart. You can ask for any support you need, anything that you'd like when it comes to new possibilities, new dreams, creativities, healing, awareness, like anything. Like talk to the moon, talk to the new moon in Pisces. No, it's a dark sky, but it's still here listening, and we're definitely feeling it. So I'm going to throw 3 minutes on for this one in case you do want to answer some of the other questions before too. And let's go. I hope these questions were helpful. Thank you for being here to answer them with me. We will move into Reiki eventually, but that last question made me go real deep. I'm glad, Tom. I'm glad it was helpful for you. And trauma of my childhood, emotional neglect was a blessing in disguise. Adversity builds character. Our pain and suffering births wisdom in a strange way. The start to my hero arc like Batman. I'm glad you're able to zoom out and see it as a blessing. It's also empowering, right? It's empowering to know, like, I'm not the victim. It helped me, and it helped contribute to the version of me now. So I think that's amazing. I think that's really empowering and insightful and uplifting. So I hope, sometimes it doesn't feel good when we find that clarity, but it does help. I agree. Whatever I went through gave me strength and developed character as well. Yes, 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 yes. Myself as well, myself included. Whatever I went through definitely made me the person I am now. And actually, I've had a full circle moment with this new moon. And I feel like it's finally brought the last bit of healing that I've been needing to really let go of the childhood stuff that I had been carrying for so long. It hurt a little bit. Yeah. I understand. I understand fully, but good job. All right, let's move into some Reiki. So no, I don't know that meme. You'll have to send it to me one day. So Reiki, I'm gonna send you guys Reiki. I actually have 3 crystals with me tonight for us to do that. Do I believe in star seeds? Yes. Yes, I do believe in star seeds. I do believe that we are star seeds, some of us. I've had an Akashic record reading done. I've had 2 done. And the second one I had done, she had told me that I'm from Mintaka, which when she said that definitely resonated for me. But I'm not fully versed enough in star seeds to know, like, if we only come from one star seed. Do you know what I mean? Like, is there a chance that I was in Mintaka and then like went somewhere else and then came here? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I also believe that I I've come to this place of just kind of being like, I don't really care to identify with anything really per se, because my beliefs may change and I might change as I learn and I grow and I might, just evolve. And so I also question what people tell me and the validity of it. And like, if what they told me resonates, then like, yeah, I could see it. But am I going to sit here and be like, I'm for sure Mintaka? And I'm like, I don't know. That's what somebody told me. You know what I mean? Like, until I have an experience that shows me for sure that that's true, I'm just gonna, it's kind of all hearsay. What is a star seed? I've heard of it. Um, yeah, so a star seed is like us being from a different galaxy that we came here for something in a sense. So it's like there's the Pleiades, there's Lemuria, there's Mintaka, like there's all these different places, and it's basically this belief of us or our soul originating from a different galaxy to now coming over here. I know in an Akashic record reading, because I experienced it, somebody who does those readings, not all Akashic record readings actually give you it either. This one girl I had happened to give it to me. But you are capable of receiving it that way. So star seeds are just cool. You can look up on YouTube. There's a lot of different star seeds. There's like a lot. Like I remember getting confused when I was watching one of the readings, but at the end of the day, and I guess this is just what I really want to say, it's like whatever you believe to be true based on your own experiences is the world that you're creating on the outside. And so if finding out about certain things, whether it be like star seeds or INFJ or anything, being an empath, if that helps you gain clarity on who you are, then that's amazing. That's absolutely wonderful. And that will help shape your own beliefs, and it might help you understand the world that you're living in way more. But I just encourage you to question things and still try to figure out what feels true for you. Even whenever you're reading anything, even when you're sitting here listening to me, like still do that. Um, How did I vent my anger or frustration without becoming a threat and not being able to be working in society? So there has to be a starseed quiz. I would Google it. Somebody has to have one. Definitely look it up on Google. I don't happen to have one, but like there's a starseed deck by Rebecca Campbell. I don't know if she has a quiz in that, but it's like an oracle deck. It's like the starseed oracle deck, which is really fun. Syrian is another one. Yeah. The, but yeah, I would say Google star seeds. There's so much on there. And it's fun. It's like fun to explore and fun to look into. But so to this question, how did I vent my anger, frustration without, okay. So to answer your question the most honest way, I was really scared of my anger for many years. And I had very deep anger from like a young age, like very, very, very angry. And I was scared of what the anger felt like in me, and I was scared of what I might do if I let the anger come out. And so I didn't let it out. I repressed it. I drank, I smoked, I avoided, I kept myself distracted. I always had the television on. I wouldn't be in silence. I I didn't want to be with my own emotions because how the emotions within me felt so strong that I literally was scared. So what I started to do was journal. That was the first step. I went back to therapy. I had a new therapist and I started journaling. And I would write down my feelings, and it was my way of getting my feelings out of me and onto a piece of paper. And that helped me start to gain clarity and it helped me start to release it. And actually, Tyler, there's a book I'm reading right now. Again, I read it years ago, but it's called Letting Go by David R. Hawkins. And he talks about, I get really excited about this. So he is talking about how anytime we're experiencing emotions, it is the outside world being a mirror for our inside. So if we're getting angry, let's say like we're driving and we get road rage, we have suppressed and repressed anger within us, and the road rage is triggering it and it is coming up. So he has the style of getting the anger out, and it's, instead of keeping it suppressed and repressed, we allow ourselves to just feel through the feeling, recognize that it's just a feeling, and move on through it, and then let it go, and then it doesn't stay suppressed and repressed. So then the outside things that might have once made us angry no longer make us angry because the anger isn't there within us anymore to come up to be anger. I hope that made sense. So letting go by David R. Hawkins is a really, really good one. And I think it's more so like for me also, so I started journaling, and then exercising is my other way to get out my anger. Like I'll go for a run, I'll go rollerblading, like boxing, like lifting weights, like doing something physical with my body allows me to take my emotion and like purge my emotion out of my being. You also can do this with drawing. And so one of the experiences I had years ago, I had a boss who was really mean, like nasty, and nasty lady. And I would be outraged sometimes, like full body angry. And I started to just feel what the anger felt like. And there was one day that I'll never forget this. I was able to experience the feeling of anger and joy at the same time. And so in my body, I felt just like a rage of anger, of like lava, of like pure hot energy. Like I'm so mad. And then I found the joy in feeling that anger and how that anger could actually fuel like a creative thing or like fuel something else. And it made me so happy because I was just like, oh my goodness, like I recognize my anger and I feel it. And oh, this anger, it just feels so good. Like it feels good to feel this. And that's all I did. Like I just allowed myself to feel it. And then eventually it went away. It moved on, it passed on. So I don't know if that's helpful for you, but I highly, highly, highly recommend Letting Go by David R. Hawkins. I think that will help you with starting to process and let go. Um, and of course, like if you can have a therapist to talk to in the interim, like it's nice just to have a soundboard. Like it's just somebody to talk to in a way that has no connection with anything. They don't care. Like they care about you, but they're not related to your world. Like they have no investment in your world. So having that person to talk to is definitely helpful, especially in the beginning, I'd say. So I don't know if that helps, but maybe. Um, yeah, our therapist isn't very helpful. Yeah. I have trouble with my emotions because I sense and deal with judgmental people. I wear crystals and it's not culturally accepted where I currently live. How do I deal with this? Um, you may not like my answer, and I'm sorry. Um, is there a way that you can allow the people around you to be how they are without feeling a way of how they are? Like, can you just allow them to exist and have no judgment on what you're seeing or how they are? Like, just let them be and you just focus on you. Um, I understand like sensing and dealing with judgmental people a lot. But then my other question for you in this is, what does their judgment or opinion matter? Why are you putting so much clout? And I don't know if you're doing this, like I'm really don't know, but they're just a person. Like they're not an authority. And I mean, granted, like if they're a boss, like fine, be like still can figure things out. But if they're not really an authority, if they're not somebody doing something that you want to do in your life, if they don't have what you want, then why really care about their judgment or their opinion? Especially because we change all the time. Like our beliefs, our judgments, our opinions, our thoughts, like we change night and day. Like we might enjoy something one day and make a comment one day and then make the total opposite comment the next day, not even realizing that we did it. You know what I mean? So you understand you've been focusing on that. Yeah. It's like, I think the real question isn't anything outside of you. I think the real question is, why is this bothering me? And what is it within me that I can focus on and heal that would allow me to come to a neutral place where this no longer bothers me? And when you get to that, then it won't matter. And it might be like gradual. You might have instances where you get to that, and then you might have instances where it's harder, and that's okay, you know? I hope that was helpful. And just be patient with yourself. I've been in your shoes for sure, but just be patient. Like recognize when you start to choose something different and celebrate every day when you start to make the change. So you can keep believing that you are doing something different and moving forward in a way. Because yeah, it can be tricky. I don't want to say it's hard because you can do it. Um, that's how I feel about vegetables before. I didn't really like them, but now I don't mind them. Good. I'm glad you started liking vegetables. All right, let's do some Reiki before this live ends up being even more astronomically long. For those of you who have never had Reiki from me before, Reiki is an energy healing modality in which energy is sent via the hands. I am not the one doing the healing. I am just channeling it through. And so this Reiki energy is going to be talking to your soul, and it's going to go wherever you need it, physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. You can set an intention and ask it to help with that specific intention. You don't need to tell me in the chat. Just think of it in your mind. And so what you might feel over the next 10 minutes or so, you might feel tingling in your hands, feet, other places in your body. You might feel as if there's a wave of energy coming over you. You might feel cool sensations. You might feel warm sensations. You may see shapes. You might see colors. You might have thoughts pop into your mind. You might have emotions come up to the surface. You might feel as if you're traveling to different places. You might feel like pings in different places in your body sometimes. You might gulp hard. Your stomach might gurgle. But really, you're just going to feel relaxed. It's going to feel like something coming over you that is way more relaxing than any meditation you've ever had. And it's going to be clearing your energy. And hold, please. Because my camera is going to die. Sorry, guys. We're back. So you're capable of receiving this Reiki laying down or staying seated. So I invite you now to get comfortable. I'm going to start playing some music. You can start taking some deep breaths, and I will let you know when we are done. You can slowly start to come back to this moment, becoming aware of your body, gently wiggling your fingers and toes, maybe taking a quick stretch. And then whenever you're ready, if you've closed your eyes, you can gently open them. I do ask that you drink some water, as anytime you receive Reiki, one, you're probably really thirsty after, but two, the water is going to help with realigning your energy, rebalancing your chakras. So please have some water before the end of the night. And if you're ever looking to experience a deeper healing session, I do have one-on-one Reiki healing sessions with me that I do on Zoom where I jump on camera. You don't have to, but you get to see me live on camera. We have a Reiki session and I do them. So wherever you are in the world, we're capable of having a session. So if you want to check the links below, there is a link to my website. And I'll tell you a secret. If you fill out the quiz, you'll see a code that will save you 25%. So you can save 25% on your first Reiki session with me. Check that out. But good evening, Mike. Welcome. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you being here. I want to just leave it open. If there's any more questions or anything else that you guys want me to talk about tonight, please let me know. Also, keep an eye out for my shorts because I'm going to be posting shorts. I have like a ton of them that I recorded today. I'm just finishing editing them, and they're going to be me talking and explaining like what Reiki is, more of my experience, etc. So it'll be more of me, like me talking, not just a voiceover with the Reiki. I'm very glad that this helped you a lot. Yeah, I'm so glad to hear that. The Reiki felt really strong as I was sending it. I actually really just wanted to not even use the crystals and just like keep my hands up because the Reiki felt so warm tonight. Like it felt really powerful. The space between my eyebrows started pulsing. Amazing. That's your third eye. And I believe the first song that we did, it's by an artist who does like binaural beat kind of style stuff. So when we listen to binaural beats, sometimes that can happen too, like just from the reaction of the music. That's really cool that the space between your eyebrows was pulsating. I encourage you to explore what that means for you, what that feeling meant for you, what that sensation was, because the kind of Reiki healer that I am, I don't necessarily know the answers. And I always want to encourage you to find what is true for you and what something means for you. So, yeah. I have a Reiki. Okay, so Tom, great question. So actually, I added a date to my website for a Reiki 1 and 2 workshop. So in this moment, I have not had a desire to create a Reiki course that is like you watch it on your own time. What I currently offer is a Reiki workshop. It's about 5 to 6 hours, depending on how many people show up. Like I can do it in as short as 4, but for you to have the best experience, we really want to go to like 5 or 6 hours. And in this workshop, so I do it on Zoom and I'm live with you. It's like this, but like we're all on Zoom. And I give you my Reiki 2 manual. So you get everything that we go over. And I teach you and attune you to a Reiki 2 healer. So we talk a little bit about Reiki 1 and then the differences with Reiki 2. We focus on all 3 symbols and I attune you to become a healer. And then we practice on Zoom how to do in-person sessions, how to do distance sessions. So instead of creating like a course that people would watch on their own, that I actually end up being disconnected from you, I have a workshop. So I'm looking to do that once a quarter. I can do it on other days. Like if people are like, hey, Saturday doesn't work for me or Sunday doesn't work for me, will you offer this on like a Monday or a Tuesday? Like, yeah, totally can do it. Also, if anybody's ever interested in just doing the workshop one-on-one with me, we can definitely look into doing that too. I probably still will make the date public just in case if other people can join the time that you can join, but let me know. I've done the workshops multiple times. Like I've attuned people to Reiki level 2. I've attuned people to Reiki master. I personally like the workshop style best because then I'm there to answer the questions and like clarify things and talk more through it. And when you first become a Reiki healer, like you genuinely don't know what you're getting into and what to expect or what can happen. So I think having that connection and that support for the Reiki session makes it way better than me just making a course. Also, like I had done the Udemy Reiki attunement years ago, and I'm not sure if it worked, but I know the workshop on Zoom for sure works. Like I've done it many times. So that is available. I do have that workshop. If you're ever interested in it, or if anyone else is interested, just check out my website. Feel free to email me if you have questions. Um, that energy felt very good. Good. I'm glad it felt very good. I hope you all sleep amazing tonight. But yeah, I'm still gonna post the daily videos because I know that a lot of you use them. So those aren't going anywhere. I'm just gonna add the shorts in addition to the daily videos. So hopefully they'll be insightful. And if there's any other questions that you have for me, just let me know. Cool. One last thing, if there's ever any topics that you want me to make a Reiki video on, please drop it in a comment on any video and I will do my best to make it. I might ask for clarity, but I want to make content that genuinely helps you. And for me to do that is to know what you need. So I'm here for you, truly, truly. And daylight savings time is making my sleep schedule crazy. Yeah, definitely is. I do have a video from the winter. I did a daylight savings time video. Maybe check that one out. Maybe it's helpful for this. But I love this. I love that it's lighter outside. Like you can take all the hours away. More sun for longer, please. This is my favorite thing. A sleep schedule reset. Yeah, I could do that. Do that for tomorrow. Sleep schedule reset. Um, I really love that idea. Thank you, Tom. I have not heard of dolphin Reiki. I'm not versed in that. I've heard of angel Reiki. I've heard of animal Reiki. I've heard of like the holy fire. But I have not heard of dolphin Reiki. That's a new one. I'll have to look into it. Awesome. Yeah. New Jersey has been so cloudy. Yes. It's been super rainy and cold, but it'll change. On that note, I hope you all have an amazing night. I hope you really enjoy this new moon energy and sit with it and allow yourself to go into your inner world. Thank you so much for all of you for spending your time with me tonight. Like, y'all are awesome. I genuinely appreciate you so, so, so much. Shout out to Tom for all the chats. I appreciate you and everybody else who is in the chats, Mac and Tyler, Mike, um, Lenata, you guys are awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, have a great evening or day, whatever time you're watching this. And I will see you on the next one. Thank you again. Bye.